How do I sound?
Good.
Good deal.
All right, we're rolling.
Did I sound okay on the last podcast when you edited it?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, welcome to What Do You Think? My name is Tyler,
I'm Jacob.
and we just are two boys that wanted to start a podcast for an excuse to kind of hang out. And now we're already going a completely different direction than we talked about, but now it's golf season, so now we'll actually be able to hang out
Oh,
more.
yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
Love golf.
I also apologize to the audience. I'm filthy because I work construction and I came from work, so I'm pretty not clean.
It's okay. Life.
Yeah, that's true.
That's life.
If you hear any rain in the background, it's the rainy season here in Iowa.
If you hear rain, it's rain.
It is. It's like super peaceful though. So
Yeah, there it is.
There's the rain. Oh, it's like really raining. So, Jacob, did you talk about this in our introductory podcast?
What?
Your passion for storm chasing.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Well, tell the people about it.
Oh, man. I just love storms. I love weather. I love the science behind it, meteorology, big clouds, tornadoes, wind, hail, lightning. I just love all of it. I love everything about it. It's beautiful. Maybe it's part of the reason. One of the things I love about golf, because I also love golf, is just being out in nature, the trees, the grass. And that's another thing I like about storms and storm chasing is just the violent winds and the nature.
Amount of power
Yeah.
that something we can't see but we know is there has. That was a little lightning strike.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I love it just reminds me of the power of the Lord. It's like if we think, because somewhere in the Bible it describes God as like a mighty tempest. And that's like a tornado, a tempest, a wind, a storm cloud. And I mean, in Exodus, God was a pillar of fire and a pillar of cloud. And so there's just something about the nature, the power of it. And even thinking about it, when you zoom out, like there's tornadoes happening right now in Oklahoma and Kansas, and we're just here chilling. And then in Jupiter, there's a storm the size of Earth. And God's just really big.
I thought you were talking about Jupiter, Florida.
No, the planet.
Because you're headed down there also. You got a lot going on.
Yeah, Jupiter, going to Florida in a few days.
What are you doing down there?
Just hanging out, just resting, relaxing, exploring, hiking.
So you're not...
I am running. There is a race like midway through the trip. My mom and I are running a 5K, and I'm stressing about it a little bit. I don't know how it's gonna go. I ran 2 miles like 2 days ago, and it was abysmal, which is weird because I ran 2 miles last week and it was amazing. But for whatever reason, I think it's just I got real bad feet. My feet are just so messed up, and it's not so much the cardio or the muscles. It's just.
Do you wear those shoes to run in?
No, I have some actual running shoes, Brooks, I think. I don't remember what they're called.
Okay, so back in my track days, I had Brooks. Worst experience of my life. And then I bought Hoka's. I think I got the Hoka Gaviota 3 was the first pair of Hokas I bought. And it was like I was running on a cloud. And then I bought the Gaviota 5s. And it was like I could run forever. I actually ran a half marathon with no training in them.
Okay, yeah, we got to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
What was that?
I forget about it because, like, honestly, I just don't think about it.
How did that happen?
Yeah, so my fiance has been working out with her friend for, I think, a year now. And they started off with, let's just go for fun runs, which I'm sure there's. Are you one of those people where you think running is fun or no?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I
if I feel amazing at the end of it or the next day, I'll be like, that was fun. But
yeah.
during it, never.
Mm-hmm. So I don't understand it being fun. I like running because it helps me to like process through a bunch of stuff. If my hands are busy, or my feet in that case, then like my mind can like start to process through things. And so it's actually a really good like self problem solving time. It's almost like therapy. So that's why I like running. But anyway, so she started going off with fun runs. Then it started off as a 5K. Then it went to a 10K. And then it was like, well, what if we train for a half marathon? And so they had been doing that for a year. Excuse me. Had been training for a year. And recently, I would say, leading up to the half marathon, Sydney kind of hurt her foot. That's my fiance's name. She kind of hurt her foot. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll run with you to support you. That way, if the friend that she's running with wants to go ahead, she doesn't feel like she's being a drag or getting left behind, because I'll just go at her pace. So fast forward to the day before, I haven't registered yet. Because to be honest, the reality had like set in of what I had like talked about doing, and it was like, oh wow, that's a long ways, and that's a lot of time. Because we like did the math on the pace that they were training at, and it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that of just straight running. And I used to go for like 45-minute runs, and that's like for me optimal time because I don't get bored with it. But anyway, so it's the night before, and she's like, "Hey, did you register?" And I was like, "No, I was gonna do it when I got there." So she looks it up, and I can't register when I get there, so I have to do it that night. And I was like, "Well, I guess I have to commit now." So I, you
Were you
know,
planning on backing out day of?
I mean, it was definitely a perk
You gotta
of,
leave the door open.
oh yeah. So I ended up registering the night before, and then in my brain I was like, well, I have everything I need, so now I kind of have to. Dude, I don't know where these yawns are coming from. I don't even feel tired.
But this is the day before,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't train. You said you didn't train.
No,
So like what's going through your head? What's the plan?
the plan is to keep up. That was the only plan.
I'll just go at her pace.
Well, and it was, and
Oh, that's crazy.
not to be like arrogant or boastful or anything of that nature. It genuinely just was. I'm there to support her in whatever fashion. If that's running with her, if that's cheering her on the sideline, that was my goal. And I talked to her about it, and she was like, "I would love for you to run with me, but if you don't want to, you don't have to." It's like, well, I don't want to, but it seems like the most supportive thing to do is to run with you. And therefore, I want them to do the most supportive thing. So I decided to run. Obviously, the day before. So yeah, fast forward to race day. I want to say like so we were talking like there's three as we're running because you're running for almost 3 hours. Dude, I don't
It's
know.
the rain. I
I
think it's the
don't know
rain. It's
what's
just so
happening.
peaceful.
Yeah. So we were talking about our plans for the race while we're running because you're running for a long time, and their plan was like run the whole thing through and through. That was A. B plan was walk at like 11 miles or something like that, and then run the whatever's left. And then the C plan was like run at like 6 miles, right? Like just it's going catastrophically wrong. And I'm really hoping for plan C because this is mile like 5.5. So I'm like, oh yes, I could go for a break. I'm okay with that. And needless to say, mile 6 came and went, and we were still running. And I'd say at about mile 10 is when I got really bored. Like I was
Bored.
genuinely just bored. I that's the best way I can describe it. They're still doing good, so I'm still running with them. And man, I want to say about 11 miles. I was starting to be like, Tyler, what did you get yourself into? Yeah, it was probably. Eh. So the way it was set up, it was 4 laps, 4 out and back. So you go out and back 4 times. And it was like 3.25 miles for one. So you do 3.25, then you're at 6.5, right? Like, so it adds up a little bit. Anyway, uh, so that last out and back, when I turned around to head back out again, I was really regretting my decision. I was still very thankful to be there and have the ability to run, because I didn't listen to any music or no books, no podcasts. I genuinely just talked to God the whole time. But that's when I was starting to realize the weight of the commitment that I had made.
The commitment, the downside of it is boredom. That was the worst part.
Honestly, I think so. I
No,
think genuinely
I saw you walking the next day.
Oh yeah, I was. But like now that it's in the past, like to me, it doesn't really bother me. Like I think I've recovered relatively well, all things considered. Ran 13.1 miles on Saturday. Sunday was really rough. Monday, the first half of the day was also rough. But then, brother. But Monday, halfway through the day, I started my new job. So, and my new job is much more physically laborious, laborious. Uh, and so it just kind of like made my muscles get better. Like they didn't have a choice because I'm running up and down a really steep hill all day.
Crazy.
And then I worked from 7 a.m. So I had a bunch of office stuff to do with the new job in the first half of the day. So I worked on the job site from then noon till 9:30 p.m. It was 14.5 hour day.
That's too much for me.
Yeah. So to conclude the race, the last mile, they started to speed up and left me in the dust. I couldn't keep up. I could not go faster. It was everything I had mentally, physically, spiritually to lean on the joy of the Lord being where my strength is derived from to just not walk the last mile. I ran the whole thing. Not to say it was fast, but I ran the whole thing, which we were also looking up stats. So to qualify for the men's Boston Marathon. Okay, so the marathon is obviously double the distance. It is 2 hours and 45 minutes. We ran our half marathon in 2 hours and like 28 minutes, I think was my time.
That is crazy
That is
speed.
cooking.
Yeah. Just thinking about like when I run a 5K and it takes me 30 minutes or whatever, and there's people out here there running 8Ks,
Mhm.
like, nah. There's just no way.
Yeah, I don't know, just encouragement to you on the 5K. Like, just run your race. Don't pay attention to the other people. People will be ahead of you. People will be behind you. Don't think about it. Don't look at them. Because you'll get real tight and tense and it'll be really hard to run. The looser you are, the better. My coach always told me try and imagine you have a potato chip in between your two fingers and just run like that.
Okay.
That's how loose your muscles should be.
I'll try to be loose.
And get a breathing rhythm.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, the half marathon, my lungs weren't fatigued at all. Like my cardiovascular system, I was good. Because like you get to this weird point where your body's like kind of almost freaking out that you're doing all this running. and then all of a sudden it like plateaus, and then it kind of dips down halfway. And then you got your breathing is more labored, but it's also not taxing. Kind of like just breathing normally. Like you start to do that just at an elevated rate.
Hmm.
And I think that's where what they call runner's high.
Interesting.
And then you just don't think about it. It's great.
I don't know if I'll get there in a 5K.
Oh, you'll get there. People get there in a mile.
Maybe someday.
So.
So you ran a half marathon
Mm-hmm.
without training
Or music.
or music.
Oh, and my
my
shoes. I
gosh.
had never ran in my shoes.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was the first run that I did with those shoes. And to be honest, I don't know if I'll ever run again, because I just don't feel the need to.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And now my job is like so like labor intensive that I'm like, it's a workout to go to work. Like I mean, like I would like to still go to the gym, but
It's hard to work all day,
yeah,
your body, and then go home and lift.
yeah.
That's tough.
What's God been doing in your life lately?
Oh, let's think.
I know, and if you want to think on that, you can. But like, just an encouragement to anybody listening. Like, I was talking to a coworker about this, or no, I was talking to my fiance about this, where how important it is to bring God into like your day to day life, like bring Him into the gym, bring Him into your work, bring Him into cleaning the house, whatever you're doing. Like those things are not separate from Him. Like you can still be talking to Him during those things. And I found, especially recently with having a very busy schedule, I've personally found that those are the times when I feel closest to God. It's like I'll be at work and I won't know how to do something, and so I'll just ask the Holy Spirit for guidance, and then I'll do it, and somebody will be like, "Hey, you did a really good job doing that," and I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about because I didn't do it," and I think it's just also very important for like the depth of the relationship because it's so much more time now that you can spend with God. Um, so yeah.
For me, I feel like I'm starting to see some of the things. If I look back a year, 2 years, 3 years,
Yeah.
I'm starting to see kind of the ways I've changed and grown.
Oh, really?
And
Is it exciting?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not a very excitable person.
Is it
So,
scary?
I don't know. I don't know the emotions I feel, but I'd say it's interesting.
Hmm.
The perspective is interesting. I'm going on a mission trip to Costa Rica in August, and the pastor who's leading the trip
Mm-hmm.
asked us to film. Well, not to film. He's doing this thing where all the people going on the trip get to tell their testimonies at one of
Oh.
the meetings, and that's next week, which I'm gone. So very disappointed I'm gone for that, but he asked me to film my testimony
Yeah.
for them to share at the meeting. And so I did that today. And I think that's part of the reason why that comes to mind is just like, wow, 5 years has been crazy. 1 year alone has been crazy.
I know, dude. Like you were saying, like 1, 2, 3 years old, 3 years ago or whatever. Like I think back to that version of me, and I'm like, you would, I would have trusted God more if I could have seen myself now. But also, I think that's part of the learning process to trust Him. Um, it's not an overnight thing I wouldn't say for most people. Some people, yeah, sure, they snap your fingers and they're blessed with that. But for me, it hasn't been that way. And so seeing, like you're saying, reflecting on the past versions of you and seeing where God's shown up and He's molded you, He's protected you, He's provided for you. Is it pretty loud?
So loud.
That's
okay.
I guess we'll see if we have to redo
I'll edit
this.
it out. We got AI for that.
Yeah, Jacob is an editing wizard. I don't understand any of it. Oh, there was something I was talking to, I think, Jesse about. Where I basically said the same thing. I was like, well, I don't understand it, but I trust the guy that does. Sounds good.
That's a good perspective to have when you can get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so much growing. And it reminds me, did you hear the sermon on Sunday? Were you there for that? About the parable of the sower?
Yeah, so we were there for the back half of it.
Okay. Yeah, I've been really thinking about that lately and the different soils. And
we did catch that part.
One of the soils is the which one is it? The rocky soil.
Yep.
Where the seed, which is the word of God or the kingdom of God, his message, the seed sprouts really quickly, but then it dies because the roots don't go deep. And that is something I think a lot of times we're conditioned to expect in the church, is like big, quick, explosive growth or sprouting, like a quick healing, a quick miracle, a turnaround story, because those always sound good. But the story of like you put an acorn underneath a sidewalk, the sidewalk's going to crumble to a million pieces, but it takes a long time.
Yeah.
It's every day. It's slow. You don't even notice it from day to day.
Yep.
And it's just like that in life, where change takes a long time and you don't really see it until sometimes you look back over a year or a couple of years. And
do you remember my saying?
Yep. Your number one saying. What is it? Tell us. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say it.
It's the dots don't always connect looking forward, but they connect looking back. So you look back over your life. Why did this happen to me? Why did this go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
A few years into it, you'll be like, I'm better for it. Or I see how that worked into the story.
And I think those dots connecting when you look backwards are like, I use them as evidence or proof that God did show up. Because so often we point out the one, think of like you're the little child and God is the soldier holding a shield. So often we focus in the moment of the arrow that hit us, but we forget to realize the dozens of arrows that he has protected us from. And also, we don't sometimes slow down enough to understand his perspective on why he allowed that arrow to get through. And I think every time I look back, it's just like, oh, well, that was so I could grow nearer to you.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, I'm just going to do my own thing for a little bit, and then you step out from his protection, and that's where that comes from. Sometimes it's just the circumstances of life, nothing that you can control. The sinfulness of mankind hurts you, but because the Bible says he works all things together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. So even if it's just some freak thing that isn't necessarily God's will, seeing it in the end, how he works it together for his good. It's cool.
It is cool. And I also think like it's important to hold that perspective close, because in the moment, if you have that perspective at the forefront of your mind, when something happens in the moment, you're good. Like you don't have this emotional blow up or this emotional instability. It provides that firm foundation. Hey, whoa, it's almost
the roots.
like, yeah, exactly. The roots hold the tree solid in the storm.
Which is why Pastor Brian's called the seed that fell on the rocky soil like a reactive heart. So if something good happens, boom, explosive, amazing growth. Something bad happens, you shrivel up. Oh, this crushed me. And I think a lot of us can relate to that in our walks.
Yeah, and like I'm glad you said that, because like I've been really focusing on, okay, let's not be so flashy with our faith. Let's be steady. Let's be let's make those small consistent improvements over an extended period of time, the process of sanctification, right? It's a lifelong journey. And even then at the end of our life we still won't get there until we're actually gone from here and up there. But just having the understanding where it's like it's not all going to happen at once. Kind of like we're planning a wedding. You can't do that in a day. There's way too much going on. And then every day you remember something that you forgot about the day previous.
Yeah.
It is crazy. So yeah.
What else? You want to talk about the Artemis mission?
We can. I haven't seen a whole lot. What is the Artemis mission?
Well, is it Artemis 2?
Mm-hmm.
Where they sent, 3 or 4 astronauts on a mission around the moon. So they just shot them into orbit, slingshotted them out of Earth's orbit into the moon's orbit, and then slingshotted them right back.
Mm-hmm.
And they got some cool pictures of the moon on the way. They got pictures of like a solar eclipse with the sun behind the moon, of the Earth coming up behind the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them had some pretty cool reactions, some different messages from that.
Supposedly they saw where Apollo 11.
Did they say they found they saw the landing site?
Yeah, they have a picture of it.
Huh. I didn't see that.
Supposedly. You know what gets me about that whole thing?
What?
Like, I hope it's real. But what gets me is the fact that for decades, we always said we've never seen the dark side of the moon. Because the moon's like always the same.
It's tidally locked, so we always see the same face.
There we go. Thank you for having the proper terminology that I lack, genuinely. But we still don't have any pictures of the dark side of the moon.
They took some on this one.
They did?
Yeah.
I have not seen them.
We'll have to pull it up. It's actually crazy how different it looks, because it looks like it's more splattered with craters, whereas the side that faces us is less so. And they say, I think because it's more prone to be hit by space stuff, because it's facing away from the Earth. Maybe the Earth shields it from stuff on the other face. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that. That would make sense. Or Earth's gravitational pull will change the trajectory and shoot it off.
Yeah, it could.
Away.
Do you
Supposedly.
think? Supposedly. So what do you think? What do you think are the odds that it's real?
What are the odds? Oh.
If you were a betting man.
I want to say it's more likely now, knowing the technology that we have. However, knowing the technology we have, I want to say it's lower.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think we have more technology in like propulsion development, and I think we understand physics a lot better.
We have better computers.
Yep.
That's for sure.
I think we understand how energy works. I think we understand more about space if we've actually been there.
Supposedly.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is we also have better CGI. We also have AI. Because we have all these better things, we also have better manipulation tactics. We have more data, more research, more funds to be able to fund the faking of an event like this. So I don't know. You talk to some people when we went to the moon in the 60s. Was it the 60s?
1969.
Yep, 1969. And they will die on that hill. No, we went to the moon. And then you talk to other people that were also alive during that time, and they're like, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's really hard for me to discern that. So the likelihood, I'm still stuck on a 50-50. I'm stuck.
Yeah, because it is more fakeable now, but it's also a lot more realistic to actually go there now.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I thought was interesting, I mean, I'll preface by saying I do think it was real. Even I even think it was probably real way back when. I think so. I've come around on that a little bit. I was more 50-50 now. It's like I think it solid maybe 90% chance we did it for real. Way back. But something I thought was so weird is if you watch the video of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin and is it Michael Collins when they got back from the moon and they're doing the press conference and they're taking questions, they look depressed. They look like they don't want to be there. They look fidgety. They look like it's just awkward, very strange, no charisma, no nothing. And they don't look like they were the first people to go walk on the moon and that they're pumped for what just happened for humanity
That's a
and
good point.
that they got some new perspective. But if you look at these astronauts, it almost feels like they're overcorrecting with how every time we hear from them, they're like, I'm so inspired about humanity and I can't believe why we're not united and how small we are in the scale of the universe. And they're always just,
They had a very different experience.
yeah, very different. Supposedly almost the same experience or less so because they didn't walk on the moon.
Yeah.
But they're just like in awe and with charisma and with passion. And
Yeah.
whereas for whatever reason, the people in 1969 were just like, yeah, I don't remember seeing stars. Yeah, it was whatever. Just like, it's bizarre. Look it up on YouTube and you'll know. You'll
the
see.
Artemis 2 astronaut, the gal, she said that. Something like looking back at the Earth and seeing all the just the void of darkness, absence of light, or something like that. But she didn't. She just said that it was black. There was no stars.
Which I think that would make sense if you're looking at the light side of Earth. Your eyes are adjusted for something bright.
But you're by the moon. So isn't the moon on the dark side of the Earth? Well, no.
Not necessarily.
Not all the time. I guess I see the moon during the daytime too. I don't have that kind of understanding of astrology.
Astronomy.
Is that wrong? Astronomy. There we go.
Astrology is the star signs.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't have an
I'm a
understanding.
Gemini. I'm a Cancer.
I don't have that understanding either. But that does bring a good question of like, do you ever struggle with like filtering? It's because we have so much information. Do you ever struggle to like filter it and actually get to the actual truth?
100%. So I'm to the point where I don't even try half the time and I just don't take a stance.
Yeah, honestly.
I remember in middle school, we'd have to, I don't know if it was monthly or weekly or whatever, but they'd write a quote on the whiteboard and we had to write some paragraph about what we thought about the quote. And one of the quotes was, if you don't stand for anything, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I wrote something at first and I was like, yes, I agree with this. This is powerful. And then I was like, actually, I don't think I like this necessarily, because if you're encouraging people to take a stand on any topic, then it's not saying anything about how informed you are about the stand you're taking.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, take a stand for something, or you're just going to fall for something. Well, then you just pick a side, you get tribal, you find your people that you agree with, you get confirmation bias.
Echo chamber.
And it's like, how about you just say, I don't know.
Yeah. And be open to different perspectives. And like, if you really are trying to figure out what's like where you stand, you should probably stand on the side of truth.
And whatever that is, who knows where that is.
Well, Jesus, first of all.
Right. But CNN, Fox News, who knows?
None of them. I can tell you right now, if you're listening to them, That is not the truth.
I don't know. Fox News.
Okay, so I would, and I'm biased, right? Because I swing right. But like, I think Republicans are a little foolish to think that Fox News isn't biased to the right.
Oh, yeah. They're so biased. Everybody's biased.
I know. And it's sad. We live in a world where everybody has like alternative intentions and secret motives for most of what they're doing. There are a few people that aren't that way, but
I am the one and only person who has no bias.
Oh.
Is what most people
did
say.
you say that in your Trump voice?
No, that's not my Trump voice. I feel like that's what a lot of people say. They're like, everybody's biased, but me. I'm objective.
I know.
I'm a truth seeker.
It's like saying like I am humble. It's like
I am
you
the
can't
most
say
humble.
that. Yeah, you can't say that you
That'd
are
be something
humble.
to say in your Trump voice. I'm not gonna debut it here though.
Yeah. But like you can't like give yourself that title. That's a title other people have to recognize you for.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. This is solid. Anything else? What are you
I don't
thinking
know.
about?
I feel like we covered some interesting things, some good things.
We did. We got a new setup, new background. Let us know what you guys think about that.
Yeah, we'll probably
More
be switching
handheld
it up a little
mics.
bit. Who knows what we'll do next?
We're just kind of all over the place. When we get some nice weather and it's not raining, we should try to do one like outside.
Do it in a park.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Like at a picnic table.
Yeah. Get out on a boat. Do it on a little.
Man.
Do
I
it on
haven't
a
been-
kayak.
I
We
haven't
could be
been
just
on a-
floating on kayaks. Camera out here, floating on kayaks.
How are we going to do that? We need like wireless mics.
Yeah. Hey, it's possible. I got some.
That's true.
That'd be crazy though. Who's
That
got
would be
some
fun.
kayaks we can borrow?
I have 2.
Hey, no way. Well, now we got to do it.
Stay tuned for the next episode where Jacob and Tyler go afloat.
100 likes and we'll do it.
Actually, yeah, let's do that. I'd do 100 likes.
Yeah.
I'd do 100 likes.
Pump those numbers up.
It's like when what do most people say? They say subscribe, like, comment, don't forget to hit the bell button.
Yeah.
Or like I don't remember the order, but it's like you have this checklist that you're obligated to do because you watched somebody's video.
Yeah.
You can just like it. You don't have to subscribe. It's appreciated, but we're not going to ask you to do that.
Yeah. Do it because it benefits you.
Yeah.
It's cool for us, but do it for yourself.
Yeah. Remember, we're just 2 guys trying to find time to hang out. So we started a podcast that believe in the teachings and principles of the Bible, and we try to live that out, wrestle with it, and talk about whatever's on our mind for the week, for the day. We're nothing special, but I think that's what makes this podcast different. It's because like we're not qualified.
Nope.
It's kind of interesting. Think about it. But thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed the rain in the background. We'll see how
The AI will take care of the rain. Don't even worry.
Can it really do that?
Oh, it's crazy, dude.
That's crazy.
I'll leave it in maybe at the beginning when we're talking about it,
Yeah,
and then I'll trim it out.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Let us know
Yeah.
what you think about, is the moon landing real? Would you run a half marathon with no training? How would that go if you tried that?
Would you chase a storm and try and get into the tornado?
Would you put yourself in the path of a tornado?
Not me. Not
Let
me.
us know what you think.
Thanks, guys. See you
Thank
later.
you. See ya.